Hi, I'm with three of the Addiction crew who've just done the Melbourne to Hobart West Coaster, and we'd like to talk to them about their experience.
It was great. It was absolutely, despite a disappointing end to it, as can happen in a long ocean race, it was a really enjoyable race for 90% of the time. And thank you, Robin, for putting me onto our new star bow person, Karen Imming, who did really well. And it was a result of that chance meeting you and I had on the Sandringham line train when I said, do you know anyone who might do bow? And you put me on to Karen, and it couldn't have been a better recommendation.
I'm so pleased to hear it went well. Karen, tell me about it.
It was a lifetime experience. It was wonderful, and all the challenges and just being part of the team and working hard, and when you come into Hobart and you see all these people waiting for you and waving and clapping, it's like, lifetime experience.
How long have you been sailing?
5 years.
Oh, excellent. And this is your first ocean race?
Yes.
Okay.
And many more to come, hopefully.
Yes, we certainly hope so too. So our other West Coast virgin is the gentleman with the stubble over there, David Scallion, who likewise did extremely well. What a first ocean race to do a West Coaster.
Yeah.
And it couldn't have been a better one. It was just such ideal conditions.
It was champagne, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Champagne sailing.
delightful.
Yeah, tell us
really
about
was.
your first experience.
From the moment we set off, and from everyone waving us off on the Portsea Pier, and a magnificent start. I think the word they described was audacious, which I think captured us at the start. So we were on right from word go. It was quite amazing to just be involved in something that was so exciting, and then coming down the West Coast and seeing things that virtually no one would see, and the magnificent boat Addiction with Richard at the helm was quite extraordinary, surfing down all those waves, 20 knots plus, just amazing stuff.
We were absolutely in addiction country. We
Yeah.
had downwind sailing 90% of the way, and that surfing we do across the southern coast is to die for. With the waves, they've rolled all the way around the world, and they get to Matsyker Island with Addiction's name written on them. And we get on those, and off we go, spinnakers up, and we fly. It's a sleigh ride from Matsyker Island to Bruny Island. It was just so fun.
We even had moments that the second shift didn't even want to go to bed.
Yeah, we stayed up, kept going.
People were fighting to be
no
on
one
deck.
wanted to go down. We just kept
No,
on
you
going
go
and
to
going.
bed so we can work,
Yeah.
So
No, it was a
beautiful.
very, very special race with some really special new sailing friends, and great to meet some great old sailing friends in
But you know
Robin
what?
and George, who we've. I remember meeting George for the first time when we were up in Sydney to do our first Sydney Hobart race, which would have been 2004, and we met each other at the. They had a skipper's drinks function, and I didn't know anyone at all, but came across George, who was a fellow Victorian, and they treat us like Mexicans up there, don't they?
Exactly.
South of the border, they give us a hard time, but we became good friends then, and we have been ever since. So it's just such a great sport, isn't it, George?
Look, it's the experience and the camaraderie that you get from ocean racing. There's nothing like it.
Couldn't agree more.
But you know what also is an important message to bring forward, that people like me, who only started 5 years ago, in a middle age, their dream is never too big. If you want to learn something, it's whatever you put in, and any woman out there who wants to learn sailing should come forward, put a lot of energy in, and do an ocean race.
Yes.
Any race,
Anyways,
it's possible.
Yeah, it's a man-heavy sport, but it's a really female-friendly sport,
It
and
is.
that's a really good message to get out, I think.
I was disappointed in the first 5 boats that came in that there was only one female crew member
Yes,
on board,
yes.
a girl from Western Australia.
Well, we had 2 on board,
Yeah,
but
that's
I count myself as perhaps 2.5 because I got my fingernails done for the race. Port and starboard.
How good is that?
Because you suffer from a bit of dyslexia.
No, it's a good luck thing. So the Yoko, you remember the
I
Yoko
do.
that I had Maureen used to paint one fingernails blue, so I thought I'd go one better this year. I went to a nail salon in Sandringham and got some expensive nail polish put on.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys, and Karen, we'll see you on the water again soon.
many more to come. Loved it.
That's right.
Thank you for that.
Good.
Thank you.